Lee is about two guys, underachievers, lovable losers. As you can see, we are lovable. Just about them losing their jobs. They get involved with a lot of wrong people, right people.
It's just about our friendship, really. So these guys are both from a privileged background, and they're both failures within the family's eyes, or what they think they are.
Dad?
What do you want, Chris?
Now I'm an entrepreneur.
Unemployed.
What?
Roxana told me that she had to sack you both. Gross incompetence. And you, Lee? Have you told your dad?
No, Mr. Patel, Uncle. I'm going to see him later.
That potential. Just wasted.
We don't need those jobs. We're going to make a ton of money in our new business.
It's about their journey through going through all that turmoil and getting into a lot of trouble, but also ultimately it's their friendship, really, and how they're there for one another and stuff like that. Yeah. And we're trying to do good, but we get into so much trouble.
Yep.
Are you serious about starting this business? Of course, I'm an entrepreneur. Okay, let's do it. What's the first thing that we need? Oh, secretary. No, contacts. And who do we know has a huge list of contacts?
It's a lad's,
It's
lad's humour.
Yeah.
It's just something about two guys just doing everything
Just being
lads would
themselves.
do. And the way they think, the way they talk. By the end of the film, you're in both their minds and you know how they are. You know what the next word's going to be.
It's a good road trip. You know, we meet our Nigerian landlord and their mob, and then Dave Courtney and the gangsters, and you got Seamus and his travellers.
The first week of filming, it was a lot of fun because we were in one very small flat for 5 days, so about 30 of us in the flat. Richard himself is so funny. A-Dot comedian, the name says it all, he was so funny. And Reggie himself, all three of them together was amazing to watch.
Much.
And that will obviously show in the movie. We know it will, and they're brilliant characters.
Too
to
much
be
in a
honest.
good way.
No, that is dinner! Shut up, fat boy. That's dinner!
Why are you always thinking about your belly? Come yourself.
You have more banana to me now. Deal with it! I like you, Afghan boy. Afghan too, learn from him. Watch this now.
I play Olu. I play the landlord for where Lee and Krish live. They owe me money and they have 48 hours in which to get it.
Bookie's character's quite straightforward, very reserved, cool, calm and collected, and he's all about the cash. All Bookie cares about is the money.
In the film, I am playing as African 2, which is one of Olu's main guys. You know, he's always with Olu when Olu is going around. So African 1 and myself, African 2, we are always sort of like Richard's guys. We are one of Richard's guys. So, you know, the banter is just too much. Like somebody will say something, I will feed off it as well. So to be honest with you, it's just happy vibes.
They gave me a lot of room to play with the character. It wasn't very rigid, it was very free. And it allowed me to, you know, bring a different kind of edge to it, something where my comedy could shine. So that was the thing that really turned me on the most of the character.
We were on set, and Richard has to do this thing where he's holding a Bible and he has to hit us on the head. And it was hurting me. I go to Richard on the side, I said, Richard, do you mind like, and hit him more hard, right? So Richard did his line and he went, hit light and he went, hard,
Really
hard. And Mar's
really
face was like,
hard.
like, and this was his close-up, so it was perfect, but he was like, oh, and he pulled me to his side. He was like, Pete, Richard's hit me really hard. I said, say something to Richard, say something. He's like, no, I can't, but it hurts. Did he hurt you? I said, yeah, it hurt me. And then later on, when you found out, I said, Richard, tell him. And it's like, but that's the thought, you can have a laugh. You can still play a prank.
At my expense, you can have a laugh, definitely, you know.
But it's productive still. It still was a good
course,
scene.
Of course.
You know.
This is how did you tell?
And you know what else it said? It said it would forgive me for beat you with it. Now, Una have 48 hours to find my money, right? 48! If you don't find it in that time, things will get very difficult out here.
Amen.
Afghan 1, Afghan 2, let them go.
You know, today there's probably about 30 or 40 people that are here all working together, and it's just exciting. There's a real buzz around the film, and you can see that in everybody's passion to be here today. The team are just, you know, they've got a hunger there, they've got a real passion, so it's great working with the same like-minded people as myself. So the team are spot on, and they're going to go far, you know.
I think the good scenes were office scenes as well. We had a big day in the office, obviously, which we had the two leading ladies, which was Katrina and Jessica, Jane. We had Tashi, Holly, Sarah. So it was lovely to have all of them there. It was just nice because it was a lot of office banter which you would get anyway.
I'm not selling my body for a single penny.
Well, it's £1 million. It's a lot of cash.
Sarah, I know you're thinking about it.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe.
I love playing the part of Jasmine because I've sort of made her my own a little bit and put my own personality into it. And she's just a really nice character to play. It's nothing too weird, nothing too different from myself. It's just a genuinely very sweet girl to play. She's got like a bit of a twinkle in her eye. And I don't know if people are going to see from the beginning that she actually has a little thing for Krish, but I think all the way through she actually does.
Sarah is one of the leading females in the film. She is quite like a bubbly character. She works in a call centre. She enjoys a lot of banter with the guys. She's sort of there for them when they want a bit of support when they're going through a bit of a hard time. Don't worry, guys. You're going to find another job.
Yeah, don't worry about your dad. We have plenty of time.
Any plans as yet?
Nah, we'll sort it.
Let's just enjoy the evening. Come on, cheer up.
All right.
Georgia's one of Krish and Lee's workmates, so they all work together. None of them really like their job. I think it's just a means to an end. They'll do anything just to have a bit of a laugh and get through the day. And yeah, she's one of the girls. They like their girls.
Lauren's a 22-year-old girl. She works in the office. She's good friends with Krish and Lee and the rest of the girls. They like to go out and party as well, quite often. So I've had quite a good, fun experience out partying with the cast. It's been good.
Me and Amar got on really well. We had our first kissing scene the other day. That was interesting, bless him. It was his first kissing scene that he's ever done. And the etiquette is you don't use your tongues. You don't really do it. You don't have to. It's like if you're doing a sex scene, you don't use, your other bit. And he didn't know this. So on the first take, he shoved his tongue in my mouth, proper giving it a good old swish around. And me being me, of course, made a big song and dance out of it. And I was like, what are you doing? You can't use your tongue. Everyone was going up to him saying, oh, mate, you can't do that. You can't do that. And I was just like, babe, just don't do it again. We've got about 7 more takes of this to do now. It's like, you don't need to do that. It's not real. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. He's been texting me since then, apologising. But it was just really cute and just really sweet that he did it in a way. I did have a packet of salt and vinegar crisps as well just before, so I think I kind of got him back for that.
With Neville, he's Krish and Lee's mate, and we get up to some crazy stuff together. The funniest moment when we were smashing up the hard drive, but the way we was doing it, you'd think that we're angry at a human being, and Krish and Lee, they were stamping on it, and I was hitting it. And it was funny. The way it will come out, hopefully when they edit it, it will come out funny.
I'm a really cheesy kind of pop girl, and I know there's a lot of like grime artists and hip hop artists in this film, so the conversations have been a little bit one-sided in that respect. But I've met some incredible people. I absolutely adore Peter and Amar. I think they're so cute and they work so well together. I love all the makeup artists. I love all the crew, the actors. It's just such a pleasure to be on a film where everyone is just so amazingly kind and nice.
Then what else? Then we had other days at the gym. That was quite a really big day.
That was a big day. Jodie Marshall, she's actually a lovely person. Obviously, getting to meet people like that is lovely. She actually trained us.
Extremely professional as well.
Very, very professional.
I'm really enjoying it. It's actually been so much fun today. Basically, I just have to do what I normally do in the gym. So it's not been difficult at all. It's been really good fun. I just think the whole thing has been put together so well. It's so easygoing, it's relaxed, it's fun. I don't feel like I'm working at all. I feel like we're all just having loads of fun. Best moment of today, seeing the boys actually do a workout. Because I didn't think they would. and being bench pressed by Tiny as well, that was fun.
But the challenge, obviously for us, it was funny because obviously for myself, before this film, I was 17 stone. About 7-8 months ago, so to get in shape for this film, I know you're laughing as well.
He had fat on the back.
I had fat. I had a little roll. Yeah,
like right here, he had
it's gone
fat.
now though. I'm
like
quite lucky, so I worked very hard for this film for myself.
It's like he had
that was the biggest challenge for me, to lose weight and just to look good for this film.
Do you think you achieved the looking good part?
Oh.
Wow. Yeah. That was a good day.
We had 2 main things. One was the car chase, obviously, where there were 6 cars involved.
And it's
that
all
day,
the characters, really.
Most of the characters from the film. So we had the front car was me and Peter, and in the back was Seamus.
With Seamus, yeah.
The car behind that was Richard Blackwood, A-Dot comedian, and Reggie.
Mm-hmm.
So they were chasing us. And the car behind that was Terry, Dave Courtney's car, right, which had Sydney, which was his daughter. He had Big Nasty, he's playing Nano in the film, his bodyguard, and Jake Hendricks, who's playing the other baddie goodie.
What's his name?
Tony. I remember everything. The car behind that was Ahmed, which is my cousin who's converted, and he had his Shizio, and he had Mets and Tricks and Hazel in the car.
Mhm.
Then behind that was the van,
Yes.
which was the gypsy van. Behind that was the detectives, which was Nicky Duffett
and
Aidan Callaghan.
Detective Thompson is a policeman, obviously. He's partner with Detective Johnson, and he feels he's onto this this really big sort of terrorist case that involves the Nigerians and the Russians and Al Qaeda. You know, and he really believes that, and he's kind of chasing down these leads really, really hard.
Johnson! These boys are possible terrorists.
Terrorists? You don't make a bomb out of a hard drive and a stapler.
We're a group of gypsies, and we're making calls in a bit of trouble. Seamus is a mess, and Dermot's just trying to help his cousin out, I suppose.
Seamus is he's described as being the king of the gypsies. He's alpha male, very wily, very tough, but a good laugh. You know, I think he's. In spite of his fearsome reputation, he's got, he's a friendly character, and our heroes end up bonding with him.
Hurry up! Hurry up and come in! Give us! Give it now! Stop being a cunt! Give us! I've never played a policewoman before, and I've certainly never played a crooked policewoman before. I've never actually played a villain before, so I'm quite looking forward to it. So I normally play very nice people, and she's not very nice.
Price of corruption's going up.
Inflation, darling.
I'm loving playing the part. You know, I have to keep the same haircut, the same clothes. I'm even driving my own car. My character is most probably very similar to myself.
My character is, I think she's the daughter of the gangster who's played by Dave, and she's having an affair with his work colleague as a married man. So she's a bit of a bad girl, I think. Slap her. Basically.
I'm going to be playing the part of Greasy Tony, the sort of gangland boss.
My character's called Tino or Nos. Tino or Nos, one of the two. Something with bass. But yeah, and he's Terry, aka Dave Courtney's henchman. You get me? We just do the damn thing. Keep it cruddy out here.
You want to fucking shoot him, boss?
Shut up.
Do you want me to shoot him, boss?
Shut up. Yeah, it's been a wonderful experience. Everyone's been lovely, very friendly people and welcoming. You get me? Hope everyone feels the same about me. You get me?
Definitely enjoying playing the part. It's quite cool. It's quite different to what I'm usually cast as. I'm usually cast as some sort of bimbo with boobs out. But this time I actually get to put my boobs away for once. It's quite nice. Do you know what? I have to be honest with the challenges. As you can hear this accent, it's a Birmingham accent. Everyone from around here is London, Cockney. So I'm trying to talk in my little Cockney accent and learn all my lines perfect in Cockney. And then get in the car and they're like, right, we're going to just improvise. And I'm like, oh, great. So my accent was coming like, I was like going, and I was just like, oh gosh. So hopefully I'll sound Cockney, sort of / Birmingham. We'll just see what happens, right?
I could be the Arnold Schwarzenegger, or just a fat black version. I'll soon come. Instead of I'll be back, I'll soon come.
Yeah, it's a really, really good cast. I have to say, when I first went for the read-through, I didn't realise how, elite everyone was going to be that's been cast for it. And I kind of rocked up in there expecting it to just be a load of, not in a rude way, but quite a lot of amateur people. And I rock up and I see Richard Blackwood and Liz McLaren and Big Nasty and everyone. And I was like, oh wow, this is quite a good movie. So it's been really cool.
It's really nice sort of being sat next to comedians on one side and musicians on another. It's a real pool of creative talent they got here. It's lovely.
Today went very good. I'm actually on a driving ban at the moment, all down to someone called Mr. Jack Daniels. Lovely guy.
Best moment today is definitely being driven around by Dave Courtney in his hearse. He was really throwing that thing around and could hear all sorts of banging in the back. So that was pretty frightening. I've since found out he's on a 2-year ban. That doesn't surprise me.
I got travel sick because you don't see me in the cars except the first one, but I had to look at the shots as we were filming, some either in the boot or like in the hearse that was actually within the actual hearse. The hearse has 2 sections.
We didn't know this until we actually saw a hearse. They actually have a one for the body under the actual body. So basically, say you see the actual coffin, there's actually another slot where
you can transport 2 bodies.
You can transport. That's what they do. They
So
transport 2 bodies.
If the time-wise,
which
if
I
they
didn't
have to
know
do
that.
one funeral and another, they can keep one, you know, do the
No
other
one
one, take
knows
the
that.
other one out. So I was in the other one.
So all you hearse makers out there,
Yeah.
we got you.
So yeah, so moving in its back, and they're constantly doing circles. So yeah,
he likes being in small spaces. This guy.
Mate, you've got to speed up. What sort of driving is this?
I'm not driving fast, bro. 30 miles an hour, bruv. I'm not going fast, alright?
Come on, lad.
I ain't getting another ticket, no. No, ticket, Smigger, who cares?
That's on the bed.
I'm trying to
You man? What are you
ridiculous?
What are you making noise for? In the left lane.
You said you wanted to.
In the left lane.
The police, they won't come now.
In England, we drive on the left. In Africa, you drive anywhere.
I'm starving, Tom.
You're always talking about your fucking belly, ain't ya? Nothing else talking about
You're
your
always fucking dumb.
Because I never get to fucking eat, that's why.
Wait till we catch him, take a bite out of it.
Why are you driving like Miss Daisy?
I'm losing money. What do you mean? He's right in front of me, you fool. He's right in front of me.
You're not putting the sat nav or
Bro, look at the sat nav. He's right in front of me.
This fucking make me lose another fucking Sunday of all this shite running around. I'll fucking put this gun up your arse.
Well, another big day was the casino scene, which was very
Massive.
big. We had extras, a lot of extras, a lot of actors.
It's been a lot harder just to organise, get all the extras here, get the actors here, get everything lined up. It's been interesting.
Jermaine is a bad boy. He's a drug dealer. He works for Terry. He's just an all-out guy. He's just a bad boy, really. He's just your typical bad boy.
Mr. Latif is an Arab businessman, a very rich guy. So he's playing a casino game in this particular scene. And he's also, I think, trying on with this young lady as well.
I'm the right-hand man for Terry. So whatever goes down, I'm there for Terry. I look after the club, but I also take care of business outside of the club.
So what's your name?
Chantel.
Chantel, lovely to meet you.
She's a high roller. You know, you can see that she's a seasoned pro. I'm in the casino scene, and she comes across Christian Lee, and she's a bit standoffish with Chris. But when Lee comes in and starts to win, she's you know those ladies that just like rich men. So I guess she's rich herself, but I guess she's a little bit of a skeezer.
This is Coco in real life, but she's called Chi-Chi in the show. She's my character's dog. And Verity is Tony's wife, who's one of the gangsters, and she is an absolute witch. She is a witch. She likes to be in control of her husband, and when she can't have control of him, she likes to take things into her own hands. Therefore, today, Verity actually is blonde, like me, but today she's wearing a wig, so she can spy on people.
I think what's nice is that everyone's personalities within the characters are going to come through, and you're just going to see glimpses of like really nice comedy moments where you couldn't really write some of this because it was just so natural.
Oh, Pong. Pong is one fabulous, gorgeous Thai British babe, you know. It's like he's like classy, sassy, has his own kind of style. That's kind of different from Ping. You see Ping, you know, he's like a bright coloured Christmas tree, whereas Pong is more, you know, classy, more classy than Ping's Primark kind of clothing. Oh, he's gonna kill me now, Ping.
And then you've had other days also where we had at the pavilion we had Jessica Jane.
Yeah, we had Jessica. Yeah, we had Maxwell Lard. He done a very funny scene.
Yes, we had
Portia Sims and Emily B. Who,
for people who don't know them.
For people who don't know, they're actually porn stars. So we were filming with real porn stars.
Look at his
which was
face.
good. Which was actually good, but obviously we weren't doing anything like that because obviously it's a 12A, as I said. So we got to be good.
But I got whipped. You got whipped too, mate.
I actually told Maxwell to actually hit him harder. So I got lucky. I got my own back on that day when I got hit by Richard's Bible. I got him back that day, and I made sure Maxwell whipped him like he's never been whipped before.
The problem is when you do a scene, if I got hit, I went down. So I thought, you know what? I said to him, hit him as well. He hit him. He said to him, hit me, and it just kept going. And in the end, he just kept whipping us both.
Hard. But it was fun. It was fun. Very funny day.
It hurt.
I played part of one of the PAs to Max, one of the guys from Seven Dwarfs, who's actually dressing up as a woman, and basically Christian Lee think they're coming to see me because they're gigolos, me and my friend Portia, but they're not. They're coming to see little Max, so it's quite funny. Max dressing up as a woman is a hilarious thing in itself. I've sat there and watched that scene about like 8 times, 8 takes, and I haven't stopped laughing, so it's going to be a good scene.
I'm playing the part of a transvestite.
Are you boys looking for a good time? Come here, you naughty boys. You like it. I know you like it. Come here.
She's a dirty little slut, if you like, who works in a club, and I basically appear from nowhere and scare the hell out of the guys. So yeah, it was quite a small part, but it was fun to do. Even though I'm not, I don't want to wear a leotard again. Once I was kind of all dressed up, there was the character, so I just built on that. I decided to get involved because it's, I haven't done anything quite like that before, being a cross-dressing character. So yeah, no, when I went for the audition, I got a good vibe from it, and yeah, it's a good laugh, and to be involved in this project, which could kind of lead on to other things, I hope to be a part of that. So yeah, it's good.
There's always been funny moments. I mean, every scene that I see, there's funny moments. I mean, the kind of environment I think that I'm trying to create from this set is a real happy environment. Like we can have a laugh, we can have a joke, but then when it comes to doing work, we need to get work done. But there is a real kind of funny, laugh, jokey, and especially with it being a comedy. If we're running over schedule, if it's a funny scene, it sort of lightens the mood, I think, a bit as well.
When everyone is together, they're so loud. So loud. When you got comedian Richard Blackwood.
Big Nasty,
and Reggie. When they're just talking, it's like you go to the makeup room. I've come it's them to come on set, talk over everything. Just like, guys, we're down to concentrating now. It's laughing.
Oh, so much.
Everyone
much
gelled
laughter.
so well, and it just goes because at the rap party, some people were just saying how they missed the set, they missed filming. And it's really nice as producers, and
lovely to hear that.
To hear that,
lovely to hear that.
Well, the book of the casting was done via our casting director, Jane Frisbee. So obviously Peter and Mo had a very particular vision they wanted. They wanted Richard Blackwood. So we went after him, and luckily we got Richard Blackwood. They wanted, people like Jessica Jane Clement and Lee Stafford. So they had people in mind, and luckily we got them.
We knew we wanted them, and we worked very hard to get them.
Not very hard.
Not very hard. Sometimes it's here, but I mean, in our mind, we had the people we wanted, and a couple of them we got them in the end. So I was lucky, very happy.
So basically, we got a Tiny Iron on board first, and from Tiny, he introduced us to a comedian who plays Bishop. He introduced us to Shizio, who introduced us to Dave Courtney. So it's like people are introducing us to other people. So once you get the first one, the others followed.
We were happy with the script, and it was easier for people to come on board because they like the story, they like the characters, and they can see they can do more with it.
Amma came to me and kind of pitched the idea to me and stuff, and beyond anything else, I really appreciated how hungry he was to actually get this project going, because sometimes you need a lot of money and stuff, and when you haven't got the resources, you need a lot of willpower to do things in life. And in the actual meeting, he was so passionate, he just wanted to bring it alive. I know when you've got an idea inside of you and you want to bring it alive, and sometimes there's restrictions, it's very difficult. So to be honest, that's the main reason I did it. I just looked at him and I said, you know what, you're so passionate about bringing it to life. Yeah, man, definitely.
I decided to get involved in this because I just thought it was a good script, fun, very UK, British, and I'm a singer. So I thought, well, I kind of act a little bit in my career anyway, so something a little bit different.
Gosh, well, from the initial concept, it's probably been about a year. So we got the concept, then we wrote it, then we went into pre-production. So probably, a year to get this project off the ground.
Aside from writing it, going through the exhaustion of just the late nights
Stress
and
levels.
stress of, oh, that's not right, then trying to find the right crew to work with, and then the casting process itself, trying to lock in people, and especially if people's availability, they can't commit to the film. Then we've got the locations, which Amar just did amazing on, but it's that in itself is a headache where you're trying to work with someone's schedule along with
they're on time,
the location, and if that doesn't match, you've got to change everything.
It's worth it because, you know, when you think about it, it's 5 weeks of hard work and getting up early, getting to bed late, but then again, at the end of it, you could have a great film. Whereas if you weren't doing this, it'd be 5 weeks of nothing, and then you get nothing at the end of it. So,
I think there was one evening when it was quite intense. We had
Very
a really,
intense.
really long shoot, and we just both decided, should we just have dinner, talk about the film, but not in that sort of way.
So literally,
yeah,
blood, sweat, and tears went into this film.
Yes, sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah.
You'll always want more time for everything, but if we had a chance, I'd say less outdoors, more indoors if we can.
shooting.
And
or just do it in another country where you're guaranteed the sun.
When we were doing this, we didn't want to say this is just going to be an ethnic film or minority film. Hence why we had so many people just to represent up and down the UK, but that in turn represents a lot of different cultures that we have.
Totally.
So hopefully with that humour, they'll bring their own humour. Each, if for example you've got Ahmed, you know, he is Indian with all that humour that comes with it. And then you've got Seamus and he's Irish and all the humour.
So A-Dot and Richard Blackwood, who they're Nigerian, I'm Indian.
And me, I don't know.
He's just a lost child.
Yeah. So yeah, it represents Britain in a more broader sense rather than limiting it to either being Cockney and that's the dialogue so no one can understand to a certain degree, for example. So hopefully it will be broad within its comedy. Yes?
Mm-hmm. Well, our aim obviously was to make big budget looking film for a micro budget, and hopefully we have achieved that. And I think it's very important because British films, you've got to support British artists, and that's the main thing. We want to get our name out there to the whole world if we can. So I think it's very, very important.
It gives, doing an independent film gives you a bit more artistic license of what you want to do as an actor, as a writer, as a producer, and as a director. And you're not so restricted by having to answer to a studio or so many other hierarchies above. So that's kind of what's nice about an independent film. But then the next job that we have to do is get that independent film out there to say to actually other filmmakers or maybe any other actors or artists out there that you can do this. It's not a secret. It just takes hard work and dedication. It's harder to do on an independent scale, but if you have the right formula and the right crew, then you can actually come up with a decent film that can get out there.
Well, this film obviously has been a challenge, and obviously I couldn't have done it without my co-producer Peter, brilliant actor as you'll see in the film. So I thank you.
You smashed
it.
You
That's
smashed
it.
Well done.
Thank you to every single person that actually come aboard and helped us.
Just really want to thank the cast and crew who have basically come onto this set. They've given us their time, their talent, and we really do appreciate it. And you know, it's because of them we can have a really good film at the end of the day. So I want to thank the cast and crew.
And I think the next stage is after the film is completed is just having that continued support, spreading the word out there, and getting independent film known as in, hey, you know, if something is quality and actually looks all right, then actually just supporting that and actually letting other people
We
know.
are getting a lot of that from everyone, so
Yeah.
especially our families.
Yes,
both.
actually our families.
Big, a lot of support from my sister, my mum and dad.
And my mum and family, my godmother. And if I start naming people, I'm going to miss
That's it.
someone, so I'm just going to say this.
Just
all
generic.
the
That's
family.
it. That's
yeah.
it. Whole family.
Yeah.